My marathon training starts today. I'm fucking dying. I did it. Snail's pace. Mile 9, mile 7, 9:47. It was a really hard run. It's raining. I am loving every second. It's about to be the longest mile of my life. Brooklyn Bridge. Fifth and final bridge. Oh my god, I did it. I'm hurting. I did it. 16 miles. That's crazy. Mile 4. One more mile. I can do anything for 1 mile. 10 miles in, I feel really good. This is some hard shit. Okay, dear diary, it is Friday today. I am getting ready, obviously. It is 9 days away from the marathon. I just kind of want to keep a live journal so that I remember this in the future, but also just keep a paper trail of like how I'm feeling. It seems to be fairly common and I feel like people don't talk about it. Taper flu, apparently that's a thing. I woke up this morning with a sore throat. I've been tapering last week and this week, and I woke up with a sore throat and my Oura ring was like, you're showing minor strains of being sick. People seem to like be having these types of flu symptoms when they taper and like when they reduce the stress on their body, the what's it called, the your body's defense system, the one that keeps you not ill, is vulnerable. Like you're more vulnerable to becoming sick when you're tapering. Nothing I knew, nothing I was prepared for. This just sucks, you know? Not only that, I have not ran since Sunday, which I vlogged. So that was my most recent vlog. I ran a half marathon distance on Sunday. Woke up Monday, so like 5 days ago, with very close to an adductor or hamstring pull. I feel it in every step I take. It's like pulling a little bit in that muscle. Like it varies between hip flexor and like lower adductor or back hamstring. Like it's strange, but like it's definitely not in my head. Like it is there. Talked with ChatGPT, you know, just had a discussion about like what to do, and it was like, do not run until this feels better. So I did not run on Monday, which was my birthday, so I wasn't planning on running that day anyway. I was gonna run on Tuesday, but I didn't run on Tuesday either. Did not run my session on Wednesday, and today is Friday, and I woke up with this cold, and I wanted to try to run like just like a mile or two today to see how it feels, because I'm starting to panic that like I haven't ran since Sunday, and if I don't run this entire week, it'll be a full week with no running. Anyway, I've been kind of in that spiral this whole week. If this flu improves by tomorrow, I will try to run max 2 miles tomorrow, Saturday. If I can get just 1 run in this week, I'll be very happy. If I don't get a run in, like if my next run is Sunday on the marathon, I just feel like I'm not gonna feel ready at all. Like I need to know how I feel. But when I was talking with ChatGPT, and it was like if this doesn't improve, you may have to consider walking the marathon. And I was like, well, there's no way I'm gonna do that. Like there's no way I trained for 6 months to like feel like I'm half-assing it as long as I make it to the finish line type of thing. But I know myself, I know that I'm gonna want to push as hard as I can the entire time. Either I'm doing it or I'm not doing it at all. And the thought of like not doing it at all, aiming for another marathon later like in 2026, just makes me feel so sad. I picked this marathon a year ago. I've been training for it for 26 weeks. This is week 25 of my training program. Fought through some really hard running sessions and some really great running sessions, but it's been like one of the hardest things I've done physically. The thought of not being able to be on that start line and know that I give it my all to get to the finish line is just incomprehensible. I guess this weekend I'm just gonna take it easy, pray that my legs feel better and that I can actually complete a little run. Future me, if you're watching this and you completed the marathon and you're proud of yourself, no, you should be proud of yourself. You better be proud of yourself. I will kick your butt if you're not proud of yourself, because just the fact that you made it to that start line and across the finish line, giving it your all, that's something to write home about, as they say. And this version of Daniela who's talking right now, who's filming this right now, she is very excited for you that you are in those shoes. You are a marathoner. Like, how cool is that? You completed a marathon. Anyway, I'll keep you guys posted in this little pre-marathon diary of mine that I have now instated.
I'm so sick. I am so sick. It is Sunday, 1 week from the marathon. I woke up feeling worse. I don't know, I'm gonna give it until Wednesday to make sure I recover from this and the injury thing. Right now, I'm not feeling very optimistic. 1 day at a time. Good morning, happy Tuesday. 5 days out from the marathon. My throat feels better, but now instead I have a crazy cough. Quite a stuffy nose. No fever anymore. I had fever 2 days ago. I don't know. It's getting better, but slower than I thought.
It is still Tuesday. As you might hear, I feel a little bit better in my throat. It's mostly like in my airways at this point. Like, I can swallow just fine. No fever, no headaches, anything like that. So it's mostly just like coughing and like blowing my nose. So that's a relief. I feel like that might mean that this is kind of slowly getting better. Fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed that when I'm editing this video, this clip right here, I'm like, haha, girl, it worked out just fine.
Oh, it is so dark. But it is Wednesday and I went for a run today, 2.7 miles, and it went really well. My hips felt pretty good. There's a slight bit of like poking still, but all in all, it felt really, really nice. And more importantly, my heart rate stayed around the same spectrum as it usually does. But we're not gonna go play. Let's go. It's so dark. He just wants to go play on the lawn, but it's dark. It's nighttime. We're gonna go home. That run gave me the confidence boost that I needed. We're now 4 days away from the marathon, and I think I'm gonna do a shakeout run on Friday, but like a very short one, maybe like 2 to 3 miles. We'll see. And then that's it.
I feel like 85% at this time. There's some lingering coughing and like my body feels a little achy, maybe from yesterday's run, because yesterday I was able to do 2.7 miles, no stopping, no like super high spikes in heart rate or anything. So I'm so grateful, happy, thankful, blessed. I stopped by the gym and did some quick just rolling and activation, like blood flow in my glutes, and a lot of like upper body mobility too. So that felt really nice. And I stopped by a thrift store and thrifted my throwaway clothes. So if you don't know, like at most like start lines for like bigger races, definitely check with your organizer before you commit to this, but most races have like a donation bin, or like anything that you leave at the start line will be donated. So a lot of people will like either go through their closet or like go thrifting for something affordable that they can just wear as a top layer to keep warm during colder months. So that's what I did. I went thrifting. I got a pair of sweatpants for $6 and a hoodie for $10, and the hoodie is honestly so nice. So like, am I gonna regret donating this? I don't know, but it's like a Nike hoodie. It's like a nice brown color, oversized, which is nice for like keeping warm. It was from the men's section, so it's like a men's extra large. And I happened to just find these kind of matching sweatpants. These are ladies' sweatpants in a size extra large. Again, a bit thicker material, which was important to me, and it's kind of like a warmer rust-colored brown as opposed to this autumnal brown. I think I'll be sufficiently warm and cozy in those. And then a pair of like gloves, shitty gloves that I don't really use, and that should be fine. I was also able to get Terhi's birthday gift to me. It was so sweet of her. I already ate the protein bar that she gave me. She also gave me some Finnish chocolates, and she gave me a card. And the best part was the bracelet she got me that I already put on.
it might be hard to tell, but it says 1 mile at a time. And I just think it's so thoughtful, fitting. So it's gonna live here with my Philly bracelet now, and I'm gonna look at it every mile. I've kind of like prepared a mantra for myself. My mantra will be, you can do anything for 1 mile. And I feel like this kind of fits that. Tomorrow's freaking Friday. It's crazy. So like the marathon is in 3 days, 2.5 days, however you want to count it. So I have all of Friday, all of Saturday to carb up. It's very different compared to like a bodybuilding peak week. I love comparing this peak week with a bodybuilding peak week. It's very different strategy wise, but like the excitement and like the feel of like having a special weekend is all the same. Kind of what I've been doing to stay healthy or not stay healthy, speed up my recovery from this illness, if you will, is a shit ton of zinc and vitamin C. I've clutched a hot beverage pretty much all day, every day. If it's not hot tea with honey, it's a coffee. That has really helped with my throat. I've hydrated a lot. Like, I think that is the biggest thing. Just like stay ridiculously hydrated. Mostly water, some Gatorades. I've eaten a lot of soups. Staying on top of my protein and my carbs. That's kind of what I've been doing. So just hydrating a lot, staying on top of my macros, even if it wasn't always fun, and just shoving some extra vitamins into my face and hot beverages. I want to use these like letter sheets to write my name. These were like less than $10 from Amazon, and I got all of these like fun colors because I think it'll be fun if people would be able to like cheer me on, like see my name. And recommendation I've gotten from other marathon runners or just like race runners in general, like it's surprisingly effective when people actually cheer for you personally. Good morning, happy Saturday. I'm in the car we rented yesterday. I headed to Philadelphia this morning. I got my cold brew, standard for car road trips. It's like a 3-hour drive-ish. Hitting up the Expo first to pick up stuff and just explore, and then hotel, chill, and then tomorrow we run the marathon. I feel 90% better. Still have some coughing going on, but I feel better than I thought I would, so fingers crossed that this all will be great. My hip injury stuff, it's still flaring every now and then. Yesterday I did a shakeout, like run for like 1.5 miles, and I did feel it somewhat, but it travels from like hamstring to hip to adductor. I don't know, I just hope I'll be fine. So yeah, yesterday I started my carb up. I did 500 grams of carbs yesterday. 500 grams of carbs yesterday. I'm gonna aim for 700 today. Will I make it? That's the question. I'm trying my best. I started with a bagel for breakfast, very lame, but I packed 2 road trip bagels that I'm gonna try to have before the expo. Will I make it? I hope so. Probably like for dinner, lunch, whatever. Me and Artie are gonna have something fun, so we're gonna head out on this road trip. I'm excited. I love road trips. What's funny is I've had this car before. I always go to the same rental place, and I guess at this point I'm just gonna start having the same car rentals each time. I'm just so grateful that it seems like it's not gonna rain tomorrow. My main conundrum is if I should run in my new leggings that I love the pockets of, or if I should run in the shorts. The pro to running in shorts is that I feel like my outfit looks better. The pro to running in leggings is that there's no question of comfort unless it gets too warm. And that is a concern because like the daytime temperature is gonna be over 50. I'll have to think about that tonight. Here I have my coffee. My husband is on his way. I'm so happy he's coming.
Also, I look super tired, but I actually slept pretty good. And someone told me that the sleep 2 nights before the marathon matters more than the sleep before the marathon, which is good because I do not sleep well in other beds like that are not my own, like hotel beds. I don't sleep well in those. Wake up super early. It's like a show day wake up time. Like whenever on show day, I always wake up around like 3 or 3:30 because I need like 3 hours to do my hair and makeup and tan. I'm not gonna wake up 3 hours before I need to leave this time. Maybe like I think an hour and a half would be enough. Hoping to leave tomorrow morning around like 4:45, but anyway, we'll talk about that later. 2 hours, not bad, not bad at all. Hi. Are like 20 minutes away from Power Bill, which is where I'm gonna drop off Artie. We just really had to stop at a service station because your girl has had a lot of drinkage. I am like 250 grams of carbs in. It will be 300 when I find it in me to finish this fruit parfait that I got from Chick-fil-A. I cannot. I can't. I'm pretty happy with like how my carbs are pacing, and I'm gonna have this now, which is another 22 grams of carbs. So we're well on our way towards that 700 grams goal. So I'm gonna drop Artie off at the gym, and then I'm gonna head to the Expo, and then I'm heading back to the gym so that I can go and do like recovery stuff. I want to do some foam rolling. It's interesting, like I was posting on my story yesterday that like I find it pretty easy to do like a carb up, understanding what I should eat, because it's usually the things that I avoid during prep. But like the things I avoid during prep is what I gravitate towards now, because I avoid them in prep because they're high carb. So now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have honey, all of the bagel, those Trader Joe's like ready-made pastas, ready-made rice stuff, and things like that. So I found it pretty easy so far to find what I should carb up with without becoming super full. But I feel like honey is the #1 thing to just like fucking slather over everything. Now my husband is coming.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, Crooks gang? We're out here. King of Prussia.
Are we?
Yeah, this is literally the King of Prussia. I'm okay, I don't. Stay tuned for our next moves.
Do you want to bring the vlog camera and vlog your session?
I'm okay, they're not ready.
Philadelphia downtown, but finding parking has proven to be very difficult. I anticipated this. I assumed that it would be hell to find a parking garage or any sort of parking, but I did not anticipate desperately needing to use the bathroom. Is this a spot? It is, but like, why is no one? Oh fuck, EV charging only. Oh Jesus. So I'm in a parking garage now. pretty good one. It's like right next to the convention center. Great. However, there's a long line of cars trying to park, and I don't know if there will be spots at the end of this, you know what I mean? Like, are we all gonna have to like sit here and like wait for someone to leave? I don't know, but we're moving now, which is nice, but I don't know how tall this building is, and we're on the 3rd level already, and it's like a long line behind me, a long line in front of me. Oh my god, fuck yeah, I found a spot.
I have to leave now before I buy more things.
Okay, I did some damage in there, but the way I see it is my first marathon, and it's my only first marathon that I'll have. I didn't like buy a lot, but I bought like an expensive jacket. But I think I'll be using it a lot, especially during like winter runs and stuff, so it is worth it, I believe. And I also splurged on a pair of Shocks open-ear headphones. You know, I've been using my cheap Amazon like $20–30 open-ear headphones for the past year, and I've loved using them, but they did break. I can only hear from one ear now, and those are the ones that I brought. But I think I will go ahead and bring my new Shocks headphones. Now I have an hour of traffic to get back to the gym where Artie's training, so I probably won't go in and do my stretching and rehab and stuff because the day pass is $20. I've spent enough money today. Parking was $28 for an hour. I mean, I understand it's a special event and whatever, but that's just bananas. I think we're just gonna head to the hotel when I pick him up, or maybe like head to eat or something. We shall see. Are you good with the temp in here? There's a thermostat here. Okay, nice. This hotel is beyond my expectations. It's really, really nice. But let me show you guys what I got at the Expo. This lighting is less than great, but hopefully you can see me fine. These are the Open Run Pro 2 minis. So by mini, it just means that this thing that goes around like back around my neck is 1 inch shorter than the non-mini. Super excited about these. I'm gonna charge them up and hopefully use them tomorrow. With my purchase, I got a free fanny pack. Pretty nice. My biggest purchase is this jacket. It is a craft jacket. A little bit of warmth here and in the sleeves too. Perfect for winter running. It's got a 2025 finisher here. And the back just looks like this. Very nice. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. I got this glass. I'm thinking for like cold brew and stuff. Obviously I got this string bag too. I'm just gonna hide this because it has my emergency contact information there. But this is my bib, my number. It actually says my name, which is very cute. Exciting. The race shirt looks like this. And then just like that on the back. It's hard to see, but it's kind of like a very light blue, steel blue. I actually also purchased
2 gels for tomorrow in case I want to try them. Any more than like 3 goos, I'm like, so I need some variation. I got 2 Morton gels. This one is 25 carbs, this one is 40. We're in our hotel and it's like maybe 5:30 or 6. Prepare for tomorrow, lay out everything so that I have it tomorrow. Finish eating. I want to hit 150 more carbs and then just sleep.
That's not even close. This should be the fastest review.
It's crazy how much this thing fits. Like I have 4 gels in there, these 2, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fit all of these gels. 8 gels, 2 chews. I'm thinking I might fit these 2. And then I'm gonna put 2 folded tissues, some ibuprofen, and my lip balm. I think I'm gonna put that like in the pockets. Still have not decided if I'm doing shorts or leggings. I tried both on with my shirt and I still just don't know. I think it'll be a game time decision tomorrow morning. I'm just laying everything out here that I'm gonna be wearing or otherwise bringing. Everything on this table needs to be brought, including this, which will just hold everything that I'm eating and my sunglasses. Yeah, everything is disposable here. So like I'm gonna toss or donate this after this one. I'm just gonna toss on the course after I've emptied it. I'm gonna eat a stroopwafel before and some pickles. It's my throwaways, so I'll be donating the pants, the hoodie, these sneakers. I was in between these shoes and these shoes, but ultimately, even though they're uglier, they have never failed me, knock on wood. Even though they are not a size bigger, those are a size bigger, which is why I might have preferred to do those, but these are just so comfortable. I love them. I'm just gonna go with these and hope that I don't get any black toenails. This is the table. Also, while I'm here, I forgot to show you guys the little Target haul. We went to this huge Target. We don't have big Targets. I'm just pacing. We don't have big Targets in New York City, so we always go when we can. Can I put this here? Yeah. So I got this gorgeous leather jacket, or fake leather obviously, but it was down from $65 to like $19. Ignore my pajama pants. Pockets, perfect for treats when I'm walking hoppers. I got, and then obviously I got my current pajama pants. They were $7. And these. It's not that bad.
Hey.
Straight to the warming tent. It is so cold.
We're very excited with the folks that have joined us on stage, and we want to start with those. We'll be blessed with her voice here singing our
athletes and their guides as well.
to the instructions of our course. On either side of the railings, we have those set up. Try not to.
Excellent. P-H-I-L-L-A.
Great. There's all these.
Mile 4. Still very cold. I'm waiting to heat up still, but I'm feeling good otherwise.
Thank you.
I love a good pickle. I know. Vibes are immaculate. Putting my name on the shirt was the best decision ever. Mile 6, 20 miles to go. My toe is so fucked. But it can hang on for 19 more miles. Was that fireball? I don't know. Nope, definitely whiskey. We're halfway. 13.1 to go. Mile 16. That side has 2 miles to go. This side has 10. But I'm tired, feeling a little broken. My feet are crazy, but we're doing it. 7.5 miles. We've turned around. 6 miles to go.
Way to fight hard.
My secret goal was sub 4:30. When I got sick, it became sub 5. But now it looks like I can do sub 4:30. If I just stay the course, stay focused, not stop to cut any more dots. I love it here. 3 more miles. I should see Expo soon. Never want to see a gel again.
Mickey Bob from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You've made your hometown proud. Welcome, Caleb Lee from Round Rock, Texas. Matthew Philbin, Hannah Anderson, Sawyer Smith, marathon. And then we got someone wearing monkey shorts. You know, this perfect ain't perfect. We really are too.
Ain't gonna happen. I'll come. I did it. Where are you guys, honey?
I can literally feel one of my toenails floating around in my shoe. Trying to find my husband somewhere. Hi. This is my skirt. Yeah. So nice. Hi, can I do a venti cold brew?
All right. Anything else today?
That's all.
I'll see you at the window.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. How fun that the bell works. When everyone was walking around, I feel like all that you could hear was like the little tinkle-link-link. I'm gonna sit here with my medal, even though it is 2 days after. Something you'll have to give me the opportunity to be a little bit marathon is my whole personality thing for like a little while. Anyway, hi. I am here to give a little race recap. Really enjoy those types of things from other runners. I'm wearing my finisher jacket in case you missed it. Anyway, so first things first, I'm just gonna kind of walk through the entire day. So the race start was set for 7 and the security lines opened at 5. I am a very, I guess, time anxious person. I hate being late and I plan these things very far in advance. I'm the type of person who shows up at the airport 3 hours before departure. You get what I mean. I am that person. So I got up at 3:30, did my makeup, did my hair, loved how my hair turned out. It was so fun and like festive, and it stayed the entire race. I also started carbing up. I never want to see a bagel again, but I had a bagel with some turkey on it, and then I had a banana that I just like shoved a shit ton of honey on. My husband got up and he could drop me off at the start line, which I had also angsted over for a long time because a lot of roads were like closed off. Where exactly can you drive? So I had many saved locations on my maps, but it turns out the very first one that I picked was perfect. Drop off was like around 5:10. Very chill when I arrived, so like I went straight to the heating tents. The bathroom lines were insane, absolutely insane. There were like so many porta potties, but the lines moved so slow. I got online around 6 a.m. I texted Artie at that time that I was online for the bathroom. I texted him that I was peeing around 6:55. So it was like almost an hour in line. I did not have to worry. My corral was G. They did like a little bit of a wave start. So like A started at 7 and then they waited 5 minutes and then B started and so on and so on. So I started running maybe around 7:30. It was so cold. It was 30 degrees. I did not sweat a lot, which is probably why my hair and makeup didn't really budge much. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Mile 1 through 6 flew by. It was like the fastest hour of my life. It was so much fun. The crowds were great. I am so thankful that they came out so early and like cheered on a Sunday, because at that time it was still like 7:30, 8 a.m. But there was like so many people there, so it was so nice. We ran through so many cute neighborhoods. I saw my pickle people. I posted on my story like a few days before the marathon that I hope that there would be pickle people, like people giving out pickles on the course, because that is like a dream come true. Plus pickles are really good sodium, like electrolytes. Saw some pickle people, so happy about that. Everything from like families, students, older people, like huge like church choir was there. Like it was so fun and such a great vibe. I remember looking at, so you could download the Philadelphia Marathon app, and I was able to kind of track myself and see what my friends and family following me along, like what they could see. So whenever I passed one of those markers on the road that would update in the app, like, hey, Daniela just crossed the 5K line or 10K line, 15K line, etc., etc. Paired with that, you could scroll down a little bit and you could see the prediction. So around 5K, I think it was, I looked at the predicted finish time and it was like 4:23.
And I scoffed so loudly. I was like, there is no freaking way I would finish that fast. That would mean that I would like not slow down at all throughout the entire race. Pacing at that point was pretty consistent, between like maybe 9:30 to 10:15-ish. Miles 7 through 12 was one of the out and backs. So they were, I would say there was 3 out and backs, which is essentially just like you run in one direction and then you come back the other direction, but kind of like same way. When we ran out, we could meet runners coming back. So the first one, miles 7 through 12, it was very quiet, as you could see in my video. Like, it was very quiet, not a lot of spectators. And then like right at like mile 12 and like the halfway mark at 13.1, so much energy, so many crowds. It was amazing. I loved it. I took a whiskey shot at some point. Someone handed out clementines, which was so clutch. Oh, that was probably the yummiest thing I ate during the entire course. It was so refreshing. And I can't believe like someone actually sat there and peeled all of those clementines and split them in half and like pulled those white things off and handed them out to people who were running. Like, it is so thoughtful. People who spectate races are just something different. Like, they are, I'm so thankful for the people who spectated this race. Like, they really carried me, these are happy tears, through some hard shit. And like, they really, like, putting my name on my shirt was, like I mentioned, the best thing I could have done for myself, because people would yell my name, like, go Danny, you got this Danny, like whatever. And it just helped so much. It felt so like personal, as if like all of these people were my friends cheering me on. If you have a race coming up, do that. Like, it is so lovely. I had promised myself not to start playing music until after the halfway point, so that I could have something to look forward to, you know. So right at the halfway mark, 13.1, I did turn on my music. I didn't always hear much, because I did keep it low enough to hear the crowds too. And whenever we ran through crowds, it was so loud. Like, they were so loud in their cheering and stuff like that, and music and those like cowbells and like the whistles and all of that. So I didn't really hear a lot of my music, like, at all really. And I had that like 2-hour long playlist queued up. So anyway, miles 13 through 15 was another kind of out and back again. It was a shorter one. The runners coming back were kind of like high-fiving us on the way. Like, it was really wholesome, like just meeting people and like runners cheering other runners on and stuff. But at that point, I started hurting. I was a little concerned, because typically I don't start hurting until like mile 16. Already at the halfway point, I was like, oh boy, we are hurting. Like, my feet, my toe was way gone. Like, I think around mile 7 or something, I was like, yeah, this toe is my hips felt tired but not hurting, which I was so thankful for. I looked at the prediction somewhere there again, and I was like, okay, if I run the second half as well as I ran the first half, I could hit my dream goal of like sub 4:30. And at that point, this like tracker thing said something like 4:25 or something. But I knew that like the worst was yet to come, because you get tired, you know? You get tired, and you slow down when you get tired. Miles 16 through 20, those were the hardest ones. And that was just when around mile 16, hold on, I need a sip of this. I keep looking at it. Around mile 16, that's when the final out and back started. And that's like the one where you go all the way up to Montauk or Montioc or something like that. Minnetonka, whatever. Go all the way up 4 miles. Then you go all the way down again and like into the finish line. So like, when we were on mile 16 starting that upwards travel, the people coming back only had 2 miles to go. And I was like so like wishing so hard that I was on the other side of that road. I was like, man, when I am there, I am gonna be so happy. Miles 16 through 20, those were really hard. The crowds were amazing. Like, they were almost constantly, like there was someone cheering. It was still just like really hard. But then when we got to the turnaround point, it was beautiful. First of all, like that little main street section was so cute. but it was electric. Like, it was so great. Turned around and I was like, oh my god, I only have 6.2 miles left. Like, this is incredible. Stopped to pet a couple of dogs. I didn't want to pet dogs without the sign, so I looked for all the dogs. I looked for the sign that said like pet for good luck or something like that. And those dogs had that. So but then I was like, all right, I gotta buckle down, I gotta lock in, can't be stopping to pet any more dogs, I can't be walking through any water stations. Like, I need to just go if I'm gonna have this finish time. Pushed really hard, just tried to convince myself not to slow down, not to drop my pace. I knew that I was gonna see Artie soon because like he was texting me every now and then, and I thought initially I was gonna see him at mile 22 because that's kind of what we had discussed the day before, but then he was like, I'll probably be around like mile 24 or something. But like up until then I had thought mile 22, so that had pushed me towards mile 22. And then when I came to mile 22, I was like, all right, 2 more miles, then I see Artie. Like, it's great, I can do that 1 mile at a time. I looked at Terhi's bracelet that I have on my arm here, which says 1 mile at a time, that she gave me. Then I saw Artie and it was so great. We exchanged a high five because I was like, let's go. But it was so nice to see him. I think it's the first time we've been able to like see each other during races, and he's been to a few to cheer me on. So it was really nice that we were able to make that work. So I saw Artie around mile 25, and the crowds from there to the end were absolutely amazing. As you saw, I'm sure you saw those videos, like people were so hyped up and like were hyped. Like, I can't believe they have the energy to like just cheer everybody on like that with so much energy. It gave me energy to like really push through. And my final split, like I actually increased my pace the final split because I was so energized and like emotional at mile 26. Exhaustion, emotion, being so proud of myself and like happy, just happy, you know, like just happy. Content, really. Like I knew I had the time in the bag at that time. My watch was a little annoying. I think the course was 0.5 miles longer, because I've seen a lot of TikToks referencing like that their watch was like ahead all the time, and like that they actually ran 26.7 miles instead of 26.2. And my Strava kind of says that as well. Really, my 26.2 time was a little less than 4 hours 25 minutes, but my official time on the Philadelphia Marathon website, whatever, is 4:25:04, I think. So I'm gonna stick with that. Also, a little bit of a driver was like being pissed at where the frick the finish line was, because like my watch was like, you finished your workout, before I even saw the finish line. And I was like, what the fuck, like where is this thing? And like it was a little bit of a bend, so I couldn't really see it, and they did not have them like clearly marked like finish line, a big banner or something. It was just like a little unclear. If you saw, like, watch the footage back, it's just like these poles on the side, so I didn't really know where it was until I was extremely close to it. Felt a little silly like whipping out my phone and like recording myself crossing the finish line, but I really just wanted that video for myself. I can see the emotion rolling through my face and like how just relieved and happy I was when I crossed it. So I'm happy I have that video, even though I felt a little silly taking it. Usually I don't feel silly recording myself running at all, but like that is such a monumental thing, and I knew there was gonna be like photos of it because there's always like a lot of photographers around the finish line. But I wanted it, I got it. So that is my race day recap. It has been a journey training for this marathon, and you've been a part of it the entire time, and I'm so happy I have all of those vlogs from all of those runs and stuff. It's great. What's next? I've mentioned it many times before, but I'm so excited to get back into like more traditional bodybuilding stuff again. I'm gonna run, obviously. I'm not gonna stop running. I'm gonna run for fun, maybe like a couple times per week, not like crazy 18-mile long runs or anything like that. Lifting seriously, running for fun. Anyway, thank you for being here, thank you for watching. I hope you are as excited as I am about just like more bodybuilding life things back here again. It's been a lot of running focus lately. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.